You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
Yo, 15 Minutes of Fame. I got this guy.
Yes, the guy.
E. Beasley.
What's up, 15 Minutes of Fame?
What's going on?
Oh, man, I'm just here chilling, chopping it up with my boy, Unk. We at Born Legacy 3. Exciting event so far. I mean, I had some other business across town, so I didn't get to see any of the battles. Maybe the last part of Chess and Saga, which was a great battle, but, you know, I'm about to go inside and check out Rum Nitty and Ill Will. I'm excited about that one.
I'm very excited about that. But what I'm not excited about is that B Magic and Ill Will, because I wanted to see B Magic versus Ab. Honestly, I wanted to see all the battles, but that one in particular I wanted to see.
Right.
And it's not happening. Now, just a few minutes ago, you actually went on stage and you explained to everybody what happened.
Right.
Well, not as much as you could say is what happened, but neither one of those people showed up.
Right.
B Magic was paid in full.
Yes, he was.
And didn't show up.
Yes.
Ill Will,
Young Ill.
Young Ill
was paid a deposit.
A deposit, but you haven't heard from him. You did
No.
talk to B Magic on the phone.
Right. Right.
But you haven't heard a peep.
Nothing.
Young Ill.
No contact, nothing. No phone, no text, no email, nothing. Zero.
Was there any sign that this could happen?
No, I spoke to Young Ill, and he was with the battle. He was prepared. He's ready. You know what I mean? According to him, he's ready. He said he was prepared. Oh man, we got pedestrians taking us out. What's up, little man? You know, for the most part, I spoke to him, and he said that he was ready. He was prepared. He was ready to come up to New York and do his thing against Mr. Wavy. Young Ill is a talented MC. You know what I mean? But I haven't heard from him, so I'm just more so concerned about his well-being, because that's more important, and that takes precedence over any MC battle. You know what I mean? If I can't reach him, you know, URL staff has contacted Averb. Norbs reached out to Averb, and Averb went out looking for him and trying to give him, you know, trying to get him on the phone, trying to call him, and he couldn't contact him either. So that's when I got a little bit worried, because if Averb can't find him, you know what I mean, and that's like his brother, and he's not picking up for Averb, and he can't reach him, then, you know, I'm wondering, you know, if it's something deeper. I'm just hoping that he's okay. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a chance to really do any deeper investigation. You know what I mean? Unless Averb did reach him, and, you know, Young Ill told him to pretend like he couldn't reach him. You know what I mean? For whatever reason. But I doubt that Young Ill would do something like that to URL or to the fans that have driven hours and spent money, right, on his comeback. And, you know, people have spent money and come out to see him. So I'm assuming that it must be a serious issue that is preventing him from performing. You know what I mean? And like I said, you know, earlier inside, you know, with him and then B Magic not showing up, you know, it kind of puts a little bit of a tarnish on, you know, what they're doing out there. You know what I'm saying? In terms of a team and representing a region where people didn't think battle rap would come from, and then them having such a prominent presence and a I'm so tired. A prominent presence and just dominating in a lot of their battles where people admire them. And, you know, I had a guy come in from Florida, you know what I mean, to come out and see these guys. You know, we have people traveling from far and wide, so I don't think that Young Ill would intentionally do that to his fans. You know what I mean? It must be something serious. I'm just hoping that Ill is not ill. I'm hoping that he's in, you know, he's in good health or he's good spirits or whatever. And, you know, hopefully Averb can contact him and then, you know, get in contact with us, or, you know, maybe Ill will pick up his phone. His phone was going straight to voicemail for days. And, you know, he had his flight information, he had his deposit.
So when was the last time you actually spoke to Ill?
The last time I spoke to Ill was maybe about a week ago.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So we've been keeping in contact, and, you know, he said he was ready, he was cool. We chopped it up for a few minutes.
Did Berg say he talked to him within this week, or?
As I said, I didn't speak to Verb in the last couple of days. Normally, Verb and I chat pretty often, but Norbs has spoken to Verb yesterday, because, you know, his flight was yesterday. We fly guys in the night before, so we can make sure that they're here, and that gives us time in case they miss flights and things of that nature. So Norbs is calling. Right. That's all I can say, man. I hope he's good. You know what I mean? I hope he's all right. You know, and if Averb can't find him, that's when I had a little bit of concern, you know? So, and like I said, I don't think Young Ill would intentionally do that to his fans. You know, he has a little more value.
I thought they juked you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I thought
Yeah.
it was bad, but as you explain it, like, I'm
that's
hoping
clear.
there's nothing wrong with him now when I hear the whole
I
story.
mean, you know, there's been rumors and people saying things like that, but I don't think that, you know, A-Verb, Hitman, B Magic, and Young Ill would team up. That's so classless. You know what I mean? I doubt that they would do something like that. You know what I mean? I think that, you know, there's a deeper issue here, and hopefully we can get to the bottom of it as fans. You know, you guys may want to contact them on social media and ask them what the issues are. And, you know, as soon as we get word on Young Ill's situation in terms of, you know, if he's okay, if he's not okay, we will definitely report that back to media and let you guys know exactly what's going on and what transpired that prevented him from attending this event.
So when you mentioned the Hitman and, you know, all that, did people say it was some kind of conspiracy to?
I mean, you know,
everybody's
everybody's a conspiracy theorist. You know what I mean? But until I would never assume that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, everybody has, you know, things in life happen. You know, there's, you know, athletes, they play sports, you know, they injure their leg, you know, just in the UFC, you know, fights get canceled all the time. Things happen often, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, you can't assume anything, you know, until you have, you know, hardcore facts, you know what I mean? Now, if, you know, these guys are running around behind the scenes and shouting out that they're doing these sorts of things, you know what I mean? Then that would be something different. But to my knowledge, I haven't heard anything, you know what I mean? And A-Verb, he hit the streets out looking for Ill, trying to contact him for us, which was great, you know what I mean? Which is, he put in a valiant effort to try and find Young Ill and place phone calls to him. So, you know, I don't think that they would conspire to do something against URL. That's a terrible thing. It's a classless thing, and it just doesn't affect us. It affects the fans because ultimately we're going to put on more battles. We have 15 battles between today and tomorrow. That was just 2. You know what I mean?
Right,
there were 2
right.
big battles
Two big
and 2
battles,
important
yeah.
battles, but we make more. You know what I'm saying? When have you ever had a situation where URL had a battle and something happened that prevented the battle from taking place and we didn't get it completed? We do everything in our power to complete our objective.
Last time it happened here, we wound up down the street.
Right, we do it all. We take it to the
live.
street. We do it wherever we have to do it. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It is what it is. In terms of B Magic, you know, I spoke to B Magic, what was it, Thursday night? He was debating on coming, you know what I mean? He did, he said he had a situation going on. He didn't want to get into what his situation was. He says that he's prepared for his battle. I said, fine. He said that, you know, a certain amount of money would remedy the problem that he was facing because he had an opportunity to do something else in his city that would prevent him from, you know, that would keep him from doing the battle. So I said, hey, I understand. I don't know anyone's situation. Let me aid you in that situation. He called a certain number, and I told him that I would match that number. Get on your flight. Your hotel is paid for. You know. He called back. He said, oh, I don't know if you're gonna come, you know, you're gonna take care of it. I said, brother, you've been paid in full already. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't expect.
You gave
right.
him extra money?
Right. I know. I offered him the extra money that he requested. I didn't even haggle with him. He called the number. I told him I would match it because I knew that fans are traveling to come and see this event. So with that being said, he said that he would come. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, it didn't just, I don't know. I wasn't 100% confident that he would make his appearance. So I asked him once again, are you going to get on your flight? Because you said that this would remedy your issue. And now I've offered you this amount of money, and without any form or of negotiation, I said, okay, no problem. Get on your flight. It's booked tomorrow. He still had ample time to make his flight because this is Thursday night that he's claiming that these things had transpired. And his flight was the following evening at 6 o'clock because he's battling today, which is Saturday. However, he called the next day. I've heard him go on and say, oh, they knew for days, they knew for days. It's documented. He sent a text message at 11:08 a.m. on Friday saying that he wouldn't be able to make it. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's keeping him from there. But again, we don't know everybody's situation. He may have something that is, you know, really impeding him from leaving town. This weekend is what he said. So as I stated inside, we'll fly him up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever he wants to come. We don't have to make this into a whole nother event and, you know, wear down the whole, you know, the people's anticipation again. Oh, they didn't battle, doubling, you know, not unfinished business 3. We don't have to do that. We can do a one-off, shoot it quickly and get it out to the fans and consumers who love this culture so much. You know?
Yo, Magic, ill.
Yes.
For the fans, man, if there's any issues with anything or anybody, for the fans, get in touch with URL, man. Let's try to clear this up,
Yes,
man.
Please.
Even if you got a problem with URL, let's do it for the fans, man.
Right.
Whatever
I
it is.
can't imagine how they would have a problem. I mean, they've been paid in full. You know what I mean? B Magic's been paid in full. He signed a contract. He knew what he was getting. He asked for, you know, he didn't ask for more money to do the battle. You know what I'm saying? It was just us trying to aid him in that particular situation that he was facing. But then he opted not to and to stay in St. Louis to do whatever it was that he was going to do to get his money. You know what I mean? So you respect that. You know what I mean? His comes first, or whatever issues that he's facing. I don't know the insides of his issues. All I know is what I was presented with. I tried to aid in his situation. I was told that he was going to make his flight, and then I guess, you know, he decided to take another option, or, you know, maybe something else came up for this particular weekend that stopped him from being able to do his battle. But as I said, we are URL, and we take full responsibility, and we try to get the battles to the fans as quickly as possible. So it is now Saturday, the 27th. I'm down for the 29th, the 30th, the 31st, whatever. The 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th. Whenever he is ready, we can get him up here, do it one-off style, get a real small room type of scenario going, and get the battle shot.
Keep us posted, man, and see if this is going to go down, man.
For sure. 15 minutes of fame. Thank you as always, brothers.
E. Beasley.
Yes.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.
15 minutes of fame radio.
Now stepping into 15 minutes of fame radio. Yeah.
That's my motherfucking jam right there.